Okay, now we have S1, June 2015 IAL, a question again about histograms. In this question, we're given a histogram which summarizes the times in minutes that 200 people spent shopping in a supermarket. Okay, so you can see here, this is representing time and the number of people that were shopping in the supermarket. So it's saying to us, give a reason to justify the use of a histogram to represent these data. Well, whenever you have a question about a histogram, okay, and justifying why you should use a histogram in the data, invariably the answer will always be that it is continuous data, not discrete data. So you just mentioned something about the data being continuous. It's continuous data. Continuous data. And that's perfectly fine. Okay? So also the widths are varied as well, but continuous, that's the main reason. Now, it says, given that 40 people spend between 11 and 21 minutes shopping in the supermarket, estimate the number of people that spend between 18 and 25 minutes shopping in the supermarket. So now, 11 and 20, there's 40 people in the first group here. Okay? 40 people in the first group here. So you can see that the width of the bar is 10. Okay? If we make this 4, see that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 10 is 40. So you can see that that will help us to work out how many in each group, you see. Okay, we can work out the frequency density, we can make it the width. Okay, so there's 40 people, we know the frequency density is a frequency divided by the interval. Okay, so we know that the frequency, we are trying to find the frequency density. That will help us work out what we need for other groups. And that's frequency, which they told us is 40, because they said there's 40 people in the first group. Okay, divided by the interval, which is 10. So the frequency density is going to be, for this particular bar, is going to be 4. So we can work out now the scale for the rest of them. So now it's telling us to work out the number of people that spent between 18 and 21 minutes. 18 and 25 minutes. Okay, so now you've got to do some sort of interpolation here, all right, with the areas. Okay, so 18 and 25 minutes. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 18 up to 25, which is going to be up to here, 22, 23, 24, 25. So let's just make some lines here. Okay, make a line. Up like that. Let's make it dotted so that it becomes clear that it's not the same as the original. That's from 18 to 21, 25, sorry here. Okay, so we've got to work out the area of these two bars, basically. The area of these two bars will be the frequency. Okay, so that's going to be between, that's 18, let me get rid of this 10, that was for the width before. I'm going to get confused. Okay, that was the width 10. 10 is the width of this bar, but that number there is 18. So from 18 to 21, that width is 3, and the height, the frequency density is 4. So the frequency is going to be, for this section here, the frequency is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12. So we know that there's 12 in this section here, and here the width is from 21 to 25, which is 4, times the frequency density, which goes up to 6. That's 5, that's 6. So it's going to be 4 times 6, which is 24. So you've got 12 plus 24, which is 36. Okay, so you're going to get 36. So basically you can just show yourself by saying 3 times 4 plus, and we had 4 times 6, which is 12 plus 24, which is 36 people in that particular category. Okay, so there we have the answer to that part of the question. Okay, so now part C says, it tells us to find the median time spent shopping in the supermarket by these 200 people. So we've got to first find the group that contains the median and then work out what the median is by using what's called linear interpolation. So we know that there's 200 people that are in this data. So we're looking for the 100th, the position of the 100th in order of size. Okay, how many minutes the 100th shopper in order of size took. So we got 40 people in the first group. Now we've got to carry on working out what's in the other groups. Now in the second group, you've got 5 times 6, which is 30. So there's 30 in this group. Okay, you've got 5 times 6. And here you got the frequency density. This is 7, so that's like 7.2. So it's 7.2. This one is going to be 7.2 times 5. 7.2 times 5. 7.2 times 5. That's going to be 36. Right, 36. 35 plus 1, 36. So now we've got 70, and we've got another 36. That's 106. Okay, so now we got to the 106th item. So we know that the 100th shopper is in this group here in order of size. So it's at 26 to 31. So I can make you can use now linear interpolation. Make it a solid line. Okay, so you can use linear interpolation. We're looking for the 100th shopper. Okay, we're looking for what time it is for the 100th shopper. So the 100th shopper, as we said, is in the group 26 to 31. So we've got 26 to 31. Okay, that's a gap of 5. And at the beginning of that group, we've got 70. By the end of that group, we've got 106. Okay, so at the beginning of the group, we've got 70, the 70th shopper. By the end of the group, we've got the 106th shopper. So we want to work out what Q2 is. So we can use what's called linear interpolation. So I can just use proportion. I know Q2 is going to be 26 plus. Now what is, how far along this group is it? Well, you can see it's 30 along the group out of a total of 36 times the width of the group from 26 to 31 is 5. So that will tell us what Q2 is. So we have 26 plus 1 second, let's put it back into the right mode. Okay, so we got 26 plus, and then we have fraction. 30 over 36. 30 divided by 36 times 5. Oops, 5 must be there. Times 5. And that gives us our answer, which is 30.166. Continue. 30.16. So you're going to say 30.2 to 3SF. Okay, that's the minutes. Okay, that the median time spent shopping is by these 200 people. Okay, and now for part D. Part D says the midpoint of each bar is represented by X and the corresponding frequency by F. Show that Fx equals 6,390. Okay, so we've got to work out the frequencies for the rest of them now. Okay, so we can see that this is 8 times 5, which is 40. And here we got, this is 2.8. Okay, so this is 2.8. 2.8 times, again, 5. That's going to be 10, that's going to be 14. Okay, that's 14 here. And then here you've got 10 times 2, which is 20. And here you've got 20 times 1, which is 20. Okay? 20 times 1, which is 20. So just make sure they add up to 200 first before we proceed, in case we made a mistake. You've got 40 plus 40, that's 80, 120, that's 150. 150, 186, 196, 200. So we know that we've done the correct calculations, hopefully. Now we're going to look at the midpoints of these each of these parts. This is like we're kind of like doing a group frequency table, but just using the histogram. So these are the frequencies, and we've got to multiply them by the midpoint of each part. So here you got 11 plus 21 divided by 2. Remember to find the halfway point. That's going to be 16. Okay, that's the midpoint, mid-value. And you got 21 plus 26, which is 47. Okay, divided by 2, which is 23.5. And here we've got 26 to 31, which is going to be 57. So 57, that's going to be 53.5. Okay, let me just make sure of that. 26 plus 31 equals, and then divided by 2, 57 over 2, which is 28.5, sorry. Yeah, how can it be 53.5? That's silly me. 28.5, I know what I'm playing at there. It's halfway between these two. 28.5. Okay, and then you've got 31 plus 36, so it's going to be, that's 67, so that's going to be 33.5. 33.5. And then you've got 36 to 41, that's 77. Okay, that's 77 divided by 2, that's going to be 37.5, let me make sure. 36 plus 41 divided by 2, 38.5, sorry, 38.5, of course. Then you got 60, that's going to be 92. 51 plus 41 is, that's 90, 92. Okay, that's going to be 46, okay, that's going to be 46, yeah, 41 plus 51 divided by 2 gives you 46, that's right. And then you got 51 to 71, which is 122, so that's going to be 61, okay, 61, 122, let's make sure, 122 divided by 2 gives you 61, okay. So now we've got F and X, okay, F is a frequency, and X is the number. So I'm going to do the calculation up here, because we can see what we're doing now. So you've got 40 times 16 plus, then you've got 30 times 23.5 plus 36 times 28.5, 28.5 plus, you got 40 times 33.5. You go on to the next line. Plus 14 times 38.5. 1 second, let me do it properly. 14 times 38.5. Plus 20 times 46, and finally plus 20 times 61. Okay, so hopefully that will give us the number that we require. So let's just put that calculation in our calculator. So we've got 40 times 16. So 40 multiplied by 16. Plus 30 times 23.5. 30 and times 23.5. Okay, we got plus 30. 1 second, just okay, and now we got 36 times 28.5 plus 40 times 33.5 8.5 plus 14 times 38.5 plus 20 times 46, and last but not least, plus 20 multiplied by 61. And it's very important to write all your steps down, because if you do make a mistake, you know, your steps are all there, so you won't lose too many marks for that. So that's 6390. Now let's hope that's exactly what we're supposed to find. 6390. Now all this working should really be shown at the bottom there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do this. Just take it down with us if it wants to move. So this working should all be shown over here. And yes, it's exactly what it should be. So let's just paste it over here. Okay. So that's how you deal with part D. The rest of the question I will answer in the next video, if there is a next part. Thank you.